Great morning, great morning, great morning, great morning, great morning. I'm getting started up here in 1 second here. Ain't gonna be too long holding up here. All right, guys, here we go. Let me get this out my ear. Can I hear myself? All right, perfect, 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 perfect. All right. You see me, if you watch me share this live, if you watch me share this live, if you watch me on the repeat, still share the live, share the repeat, share it, share it, share it. All right, I ain't gonna be on long, y'all. Great morning. I'm James Schuler. For those who don't know, I'm running from New York State Assembly, if you can't tell, with 130th District. And for those who don't know who the 130th District is, the 130th District is real simple and easy to understand. Um, all of Wayne County. So if you live in Wayne County, period, if it doesn't mean Newark, Lyons. So if you live in Wayne County and you live in Webster, you are in the 130th district, and that's what we are running for. That's what I'm running for, that district. So we got a lot of work to do. It's things are different. This is gonna be the first year where the 130th district contain Wayne County and Webster. All right, so we got work to do. We got to get the word out. We got to get people involved. We got a lot of stuff to do, y'all. So if you're watching this, share this live. Share this live. What I'm going to explain today is how do you get involved? That's the question a lot of people have asked me. How do I get involved? All right, so I've been talking to people, and yes, just yesterday, I ran into a guy, and he gave me the best piece of advice I think anyone else gave me. He says, if you want to get new people involved, and you want to get people to really get involved, okay, explain to them what exactly we need to do. All right, here's what we need to do. I am in the point right now. First off, I'm not my election. You vote for me not this year, not this November, but November 2024. So we got from now to then to get this thing ramped up and get it going and get us some support here. And I'm running on the Democrat ticket. I just became a Democrat not too long ago. This year, I was a no party affiliate. And the reason I was no party affiliate was because I share a little bit of both sides' views. I understand where both sides are coming from. I just don't go way overboard on either one. That's why if you look at my background, you see a little bit blue and a little bit of purple because I'm leaning more. I lean more on the blue side, more on the Democrat side, but I also get the Republican side now, and I want to make sure those issues are also held because I agree with a lot of them. So I say purple. All right. Having said that, how do we having such a stance? We need to get the people who are no party affiliate involved, and we got to make things happen. We got to really get things amped up. And so this is what I've done. All right. First and foremost, if you want to donate, if you want to give, the way you give, the easiest way to give is electronically. All right. The easiest way to give is electronically. All right. You go to actblue.com, actblue.com, BLUE. I mean, that's actblue.com, actblue.com. You go to there, and then on there I got four different forms that you can use. Um, and it's real. You just click the form. You just click the form, and you go about and you donate. All right. Let's see here. Let me get this open. Let me see. I can show you. I'm gonna put the first one in the chat. All right. And if I can copy this here, I'm gonna put the first one in the chat. Let me see here. All right. Open this up here. And this is the first one. Putting it in the chat. I'm putting it in the chat, y'all. All right, so that's the first form, and that's just a general donation. You go and you click that link, and then you put your information in. You can use your credit card, debit card, however you want to do. And it's not tax deductible because it's to a political contribution. All right, but you can donate anything, any amount you want to donate. But I'm interested in this thing called the New York State Public Finance Campaign Program, and that requires me to reach a certain threshold, and then the state will assist people like me who don't have a whole lot of money. I don't own a farm. I don't have all this, so I don't have the ability to just say, you know what, I'm going to go and write myself a big check and go run for office. I need a little assistance, and so I'm not going to rely heavily on the the, the the major parties to support me because they haven't been really in this area doing a whole lot, and I hope to get them going. I hope that somebody's watching this here and somebody sees this from the major parties said, you know what, okay, I want to get involved. What James is talking about. Let's see if we can help him. We can get him there. But I'm not going to act with my hands out to them. I want to go to us because I'm representing the 130th district, Wayne County and Webster, and for that we gotta really do the work ourselves. All right, so you donate to that first link I just put up there. All right, that's a simple general donation. You donate between $5 and $250, and if you're in this district and you make that donation, that counts toward our goal of $4,000 and 75 people that donate to the campaign. All right, that's one way you can donate. All right, and the other way you can donate is the same. Let's see here. No, not that one. Let me get this in here. All right, right here. Hold on. Nope, not that. We copy this. I copy this here and copy it and paste this into the chat also. This is my. I have shirts. I have t-shirts. All right, like the t-shirt I got on. That saved my position. You see this t-shirt I got. I don't know if you can read it. You can see it too clear because of the glow, but it's you go to atblue.com again. Donate Schuler wear. All right, and you'll see the three different shirts that I have up on there. I have two blue ones and one green one. The two blue ones, one says 2024, and another one says "Other people for the people," because that's my camp. That's one of my campaign slogans. I am of the people and I'm for the people. I mean, I've been there. I know where we at, I think I've proven and I'm continuing to prove that I'm for helping us. And you donate to that, you get the one of those two shirts. Then I got another shirt, third shirt. This is what I got on, the green shirt right here, which says I'm cannabis conscious candidate. And what does that actually mean? That means that I'm aware of the campaign that was used to criminalize and make cannabis a product which is seen as a drug, which was compared to things like heroin and cocaine and other things, when in fact is that's not that's far from the truth. The history shows that that's not the case. All right, so it's not about just smoking pot. It's not about just using hash and vapes and all. No, I'm not even talking about none of that. What I'm talking about is there's many different uses medically. Cannabis can help things like anxiety. It can help things like pain or different forms of pain. It helps with epilepsy. There's a whole list of medical things that it can be used for. But one of the biggest things that we need to look at is that cannabis. You got to be conscious and aware of this because we have an opioid crisis going on. And unlike the past opioid, because this ain't our first opioid crisis. But unlike the other opioid crisis that happened in the 60s and the 70s, this opioid crisis was generated not by poverty and the need to escape or bad situations. This form of opioid crisis was generated because people were in pain and they was taking pain medications, namely oxycodone. So a lot of people know that these pain medications caused a lot of people to have issues with a higher level of narcotics, all right, and opioids and so forth. So what we have to do is undo that. And I'm aware of this and I'm conscious of this, and I want us to come up with different ways that people can utilize this plant, this medicine, other than just getting high. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you do because it's not against the law anymore. So I'm not even talking about that one way or the other. But what I'm talking about is there's many, many, many other uses of cannabis. So you get a shirt that says, "I support that." And I want everybody to know that yes, I do support that. I'm not opposed to that. I think that we need to do different with how they're regulating and approving people to have the ability to sell it. At the same time, I think those people who are selling it need to take on a bigger responsibility other than just saying I'm gonna make money off selling pot. But let's talk. Let's promote other uses of it. Let's promote other uses. Let's promote more healthier usages. Let's let people know that this stuff called cannabis isn't as bad as they think it is. Because the only reason it was just put out there a long time ago, and people just kept pushing this narrative of a gateway drug. Um, yes, it does have some issues. Let's address those issues, those addictions that people do have. Let's address those or people the fact that people spend more money on it than they necessarily have to spend on it. Let's talk about it, but let's don't criminalize it. All right, let's don't let it go back to being criminal again. So that's another shirt that I have. This one I got on right here. You can donate $25 for any one of the shirts, but go to atblue.com, Schuler, and you can donate there. All right, I'll mail you. You put all your information in, and I'll mail it to you. All right, now what does your money do? All right, what does your money do? Now, what does your money do? Simple, very simple. It helps us get to where we got to get at to help people know that we're here, help people see the campaign, see what I'm saying we're going to be trying to do, helps me get to Albany, different places, and travel around. And I'm going to break down exactly how I use your money, what goes on with your money here. All right. the first thing that happened, all transactions, every transaction that you give, that you donate, it's all reported to the New York State Board of Education. Board of Education. Wow, I wish it was. That would be a whole lot simpler. But no, to the Board of Election. All the money is reported to New York State Board of Election. All right, and it's reported by I have a treasurer who I have to give all. She also keeps track of what I do. So I'm not just me watching the money by myself. I have a treasurer who watches the money. I got to give them receipts, and we have a bank account set up at ESL. All money goes through ESL through a business account, and I have to register with the feds and the state and everybody. So everything that we do is all tracked through a system that we have in place, and that's our incoming and outcoming. So anything that we spend, it has to have a receipt for it and what it does, and there's a log and all that kind of stuff. Anything that comes in is going to be logged of where I got it from, who gave it to me, where they stay at, and they can be contacted too to say, hey, did you give this person this money? All right, so there's a lot of work there's a lot that goes on in tracking the money, making sure that the money is going where it's supposed to be going at. All right, now there's been times in the past where people got over, but that's not what we are here. I have all the things set in place, so we're going to be keeping track of your money. So what am I going to be doing with it now when I get it? One thing I'm going to be doing is I got to put up billboards. I'm going to put billboards all over the place. I want people to ride down the road and see us because I got campaigns that I'm going to be doing, and on these billboards I'm going to be telling people this is what an idea. This is something I want to do. This is something I want to focus on. One of my biggest things, and I've been saying this here for quite a while now, is our area unfortunately has seen a decrease in people coming here, a decrease in spending, and a decrease in people living and people moving out. And we blame it on a lot of people blame it on different reasons. But I think it's more simple than politics. I think it's more simple than the Democrats doing this or the Republicans doing that. I think it's more down the line that what reason do people have to come here? We got to create a reason why for people to come here. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing, and you're going to hear a whole lot more about it as my campaign gets going. Because I'm going to be talking about things such as focusing on the ridge. What is the ridge role? Let's put some focus on ridge role and the businesses in the towns and the villages and so forth that run down through ridge role. Because right now, if you're riding down 104, you need a reason to get off 104 to go up in the sodas. You need a reason to go to Williamson to see the candy kitchen and so forth. You need a reason to do these things. So let's come up with. I got a campaign that we're going to push to let people know these places exist, so forth and so on. That's one example, and that's one example of the things that I'm going to be doing. I have a whole lot bigger ideas that I want to push. But the yard sign, billboards and yard signs and so forth, newspaper articles, TV commercials, and all these types of things, they cost money. And that's what I need help raising money to do those things like that. I'm going to be funding meet and greets. What is a meet and greet? Is where I'll be at different localities. Let's say I go to Sodas and there's a restaurant in Sodas. I say, I'm going to pay the restaurant to provide food for us, or see if they'll give us a donation of food or whatever. But if they need money, I'm going to help contribute to that, and people can come. And I want you to not have to pay to come to the event. I've been to a lot of events where you got to register ahead of time. You got to pay X amount of dollars to get to it. I don't want you to do that. If you come and I'll take care of the cost. That's one reason why we're going to be getting money donated. Our campaign will take care of the cost of you getting there. You come eat, hear what we got to say. And if you agree with what you got to say, make a donation. All right. Make a donation and help us get where we got to get to. All right. I need to do the meet and greet so people know who we are, what we're talking about, what we got going on. And mainly, and the biggest and most important part about it is I want to know what your thoughts are. What's important to you? Because that's the work I got to do. The work isn't just what I think is important. It's what you think is important and what we can agree on that needs to be took care of. All right. And we got to explore these issues. So from now, I'm going to be announcing real soon some registrations where I'm going to be doing meet and greets online, virtual meet and greets, where you can register to the group, and then I don't know if it's going to be on Zoom or maybe this, excuse me, or maybe this platform that I'm on right now. But whichever one is on, we'll be meeting, and we'll have private meetings where we can discuss what do you think is going on, what do you think needs to be done, and I can get advice from you all, the constituents of this community, the people who pay taxes here, the people who live here, and the people who utilize services in this area about what we can do to make our community better. What can we do to bring people here? Okay, because that's the goal. The goal, the way you make a community do better is you get people involved from out of this area who want to come here. You give them a reason to come here. All right. be it a mall, be it a historical thing. It doesn't matter what it is, but you got to give people who do not live here the ability, a reason to come here. And then when they come here, you have to give them something to spend money on. You have to give them something to do while they're here, and something that they enjoy, and something that's going to be fun and productive. And then when they leave, you are in a better situation. You see, one of the problems I have with monopoly is the bank never get big. That means that all we're doing is passing the same money around. Well, we can't develop our community and help our community with the monopoly mentality, where we're just passing money around. No, we have to actually bring money from other areas here. So that means we got to work with other communities, other people, other districts, and that means sometimes we got to work with other parties. We got to reach across the aisle because the next town over may not be of the Democrat persuasion or somebody we can work with or we agree with philosophical. So what we go politically. So we have to go back and we got to say, okay, hey, where can we work together at? All right. I hope I ain't freezing. I see my thing jumping around a little bit. If I am, oh, I apologize. All right. But well, this that's another thing we're gonna fix. I want to fix our internet connections, our broadband. But we'll talk about that later. All right, so we're gonna through the funding that we receive, we're gonna be doing exploration, explore issues. We'll be checking to see what we need, what we don't need, what's pertinent to us, and what's not pertinent to us. Because I don't want us to be arguing about stuff or debating about stuff or spending money on exploring issues that don't affect us. All right, we got issues in our community that need to be addressed. So we address those issues. I want us to be in a position or mindset that not only do we address them, but we address them from a position where we can do something about them. All right, that's the thing that I want us to focus on. So that's we're gonna do exploration of the issues. And another thing that your money is gonna do is honestly, in order for me to get people to help with this, I'm not gonna expect you to come on. Just stop what you're doing all the time. I hope we would donate time, but I don't expect people to donate their time all the time. Stop what you're doing and then come help me for free. No, I would like to be able to have a staff that we pay. All right. We may not be able to give you a whole lot of money, but at least I want to be able to give you an offset. Let's give you gas, help you with offset of gas. If you have if there's childcare issues, or whatever it may be that you may want to be involved, but you got these barriers that stop you from getting involved. I want to help you get involved. I want to help you give to this campaign. I want you to help be involved in this campaign. So in order to do that, I need funds. So again, those are the two areas I put in ActBlue. You go to ActBlue and just go to actblue.com, and then you can put in James Schuler for New York State Assembly. You see it right there on the screen, right there. You see it right there on the screen. You put that into the search bar, James Schuler for New York State Assembly, and my campaign will come up on actblue.com. And then you can go ahead and go from there and do what you have to do. All right, or you can just message me on Facebook. Or you can just message me on Facebook. All right, you can message me. Those who know me, you can message me on this page or any of the other platforms I use. I'm even on TikTok. You can use those there, and you can message me, or you can email me at james_schuler.com at yahoo.com. James_Schuler SCH. You see my name on there, SCHULER at yahoo.com. You can email me there also. All right, and we can get together. All right. We need supplies. We need funding for supplies, office supplies, paper, writing material, computers, printers, things that we need to make a run an effective campaign. We got to get yard signs. There's a lot of things we need to do. So if you can donate, you donate again. Click. All you got to do, I put in this. If you're watching this video, and I'm going to put this video on YouTube also. All right. We'll put on my Brothers Keeper community page. So, but if you see this here, all you got to do is if you can click the link, click the link that's in the chat, it'll take you right to the page to ActBlue, and from there you can donate. And you put all your information in there, get all your information, and then you'll get credit for donating tax or as far as all that goes. And then I'll be able to get it, and ActBlue will send me the money, and we'll do what we got to do. All right, y'all. So again, now there's also the old-fashioned way of doing it through just regular old greenback paper. If you want to just you say, here, I got some money. Here, I want to donate some money. I have a card that I will fill out, give all your information on it, say what you donated it to, what's donated for. I'll make a copy of it, give it to you, and then I will deposit the money in the bank, and I will give that card. Do I got one on here someplace? I thought I had one on there, maybe not. It's in my car, but I have them. and I would take that card and I would give that to my treasurer, and she would file it in our file. We got a file with lock boxes. We put all our paperwork in, and then she would log it in her stuff, and then she would put it into New York State Board of Elections, and they will know that the donation was made. All money is tracked. All right, all money is tracked. You can go online and you can look, and you can actually go on to the Democrat site, and you can look up for contributions. Board of Elections site. You can look up contribution, put my name in there, and then you should be able, once everything is filed. I think she does it quarterly. Her next filing is coming up, and when you can go in there, you can look, and you should see your donation in there. It's just that simple. It's not a hidden thing. You can go in and go online, and you should be able to see once everything gets filed away, and then it gets published. You can go online, look on the Board of Elections page for public campaign finance. You can look up public disclosures, and then you can see you made the contribution of this amount of money, and you'll see that there's no funny business going on. All right, so check it out, 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 and let's get this thing going because we got work to do. We got a lot of work to do, y'all. We're going to Albany. We're gonna make some change. We're gonna get our voice out there. We're gonna get our needs heard. All right. So again, one last time. Remember, there's other. I didn't put all the links on this in the chat, but there's other ways to donate. But if you just go on my page on my Facebook page, you'll see it. I need help doing website designs. I need help with people helping me just get out and get the word out. I'm creating trifolds and information packets about what we do, what some of the issues that we're going to be addressing. Who am I? All right, that's a big deal. For those who don't know me, I'm going to be putting together information packets that we can send out and do mailers and so forth. And pretty soon we're going to be doing some one-to-one more up personal invites. Say this is who I am. I'm going to introduce myself to people. Uh, Am I going to walk around and do door-to-door knocking? I'm still working on it. I believe that's an effective way of doing politicking or making people know who you are. I think that's worked for a lot of people in the past. I don't know how effective it's being now because I know a lot of people don't like people just knocking on their door because of COVID and the different things that's happened. A lot of different beliefs that people have about this. You can get this and get that, and a lot of people just want their privacy. They don't want to get caught up in the bull of politics. So I may do door-to-door knockings, but I think that this is 2023. We're in the different times, and I believe that we can come up with different ways of letting people know who we are and get them involved in a way which they would like to be involved and don't feel so intrusive. All right, so I'm gonna be working with people to help me come up with these ideas. If you want to be involved, just send me a message or email me. If you got my number, give me a call 585-284-2698. You can send me a text on that number right there again, 585-284-2698. You can text that number right there. And don't worry if you happen to be one of those robots that just like to spam people. I will block you, no problem. But if you people want to help, I will definitely reach back out to you. We get together and we can figure out a way to do this. 'Cause I want us all involved. This is our campaign, y'all. This I am of the people and for the people. So we're gonna work together. We're gonna make this happen, just like I've always been doing. Anybody know me know that hey, I'm not opposed to working with anybody and getting involved. But I have an agenda, and our agenda is simple. My agenda is simple. I've said this from the beginning, and I've been saying this even when I got my job. When I started working my job, I told my boss, I have an agenda. All right, I have an agenda. My agenda is to help us. My agenda is to give back because I was one of those people who helped destroy a lot of stuff around here, who gave people bad images and so forth and so on. So I owe, honestly speaking. So I'm gonna end with that right there. That's why I'm doing what I do because I want to help us get in a better situation. Because listen, I know it can happen firsthand. I've seen it. I experienced it. I still experience the effects of not having people who are thinking about the needs of all of us over the needs of a few of us. All right, not saying they're bad people. It's just that a lot of people have this issue. Y'all, we know this. A lot of people have issues with priorities. A lot of people don't really have, although they can be successful in a lot of things, in a lot of areas, they still have a hard time putting less fortunate people or less fortunate situations, or people who don't have the skills, or people who just not as good at doing as they are, it's hard for them to put them in a place where they're of importance. I get that. I get it. That doesn't make him a bad person per se, but what it does say is, if those the majority of the people who struggle, who come from hard places, in order for them to get ahead, you need people who are going to be able to work with them and help them and get them involved. And that's what I plan to do: is work with all of us and take. Listen, we're going to talk criminal justice reform. We're going to talk to people who are involved in the criminal justice system, and not just the lawyers and the judges, but people who get into trouble, the people who do things. Why is this happening to you? What can we do to help you out? Because you are creating problems, and the problems are not just affecting society; they're affecting you too. I know that for a fact because I once created a problem and it affected society, but it also had a real big effect on me and my family also. And so the responsibility that I need to take extends more than just to our society and our community, but also right at my own front door. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna bounce y'all. Remember, in the link is two ways you can donate. Everything is tracked. Everything is recorded. Right now, we're on the stage of letting people know who we are and raising funds. We're gonna be going to Webster, doing a lot of work in Webster real soon. Because Webster, from my understanding, I've talked to people over there. I've talked to a few representatives and leaders over that way, and for the last few years, Webster feels like they haven't had any representation, and they're ready for some representation, y'all. Let's go. All right. With that being said, again, donate, help me out. Let's go. If you want to volunteer, let me know. I need the help. We can make things happen. Look for the link to register for the meetings we're gonna start having. The community meetings I'm gonna start having real soon. Look for those links coming out on our Facebook page, our YouTube, and hopefully real soon my website will be up and running. I got the domain. And I'm working on it. I may just release it just to deal with. We'll build it as it goes. All right, y'all. I'm James Schuler, and this is Saturday morning coffee talk. Have a great day, and remember, if you don't vote, we don't get there because the people that's voting are the people that's been there. We need different people there, so we need different people to come out and vote. And those of you who don't have a position, hear me out. Just give me a chance. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. Let's have a great rest of your Saturday, and I'll be back and talk to y'all later. Peace, y'all. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Before I go, I forgot my favorite line here, y'all. Hold on. I forgot I got to do this for y'all. Every time I do this, because it's just one of those things, man. I don't want people to get confused because we're in such a small area that people can get confused and think that things overlap. And these things don't overlap. I stand on my own. This is James Schuler from New York State Assembly talking. This is not James Schuler any other way that you know. So look at this. Just read that. All right. That's not just Wayne and BK. That's for anything that you may see me on. Anywhere you may see this here. All right, y'all. Peace. Oh, I'm back. See y'all later.